Hello YouTube, this is Tech Time with Lightning. I got a question for you. What do you think is the cheapest way to make your old computer slow? Now I'm not talking 5 years, I'm talking like 10 years. It's running DDR2, your parents' computer. Because I have the same question. It was so slow, it would be like, and I'm like, I want fast. So, this is what I got. I put, will an SSD, 240, fix it? Be like, okay, well, why don't you build one? It's expensive. This is like 65 bucks. SSD when prices went down. We have proof. I'll show you the base stats and now the stats. On a further note, let's go to what you need for this project. There. What do you need to hook up an SSD to a computer? Okay, first, this is optional. This is your SATA cable to USB. Very good if you want to clone your drive. Next, you are going to need, well, an SSD. I recommend 240 or higher. You could get it 120, but yeah, it doesn't give you a lot of options. Now, this bracket you might need. It converts the 2.5 SSD to standard hard drive. I'll leave all the links below. Now that you know what you need, we'll show you the comparison of times. On your left, you'll see the beginning, and on your right, you'll see with the SSD, and I'll label it, and I'll talk through it. Alright, I'm going to be upfront about this. I speed up the videos. This one's sped up to 150. The times are accurate. So it takes 41 seconds with an SSD and 67 seconds with an SSD. Now that one surprised me because I thought it would get chopped in half, and it almost did. But I really think this test isn't valuable because this is the start test. How fast is it? Well, when you plug it in, you want it to turn on as fast as possible. Our next test is going to start the internet. And you see, 40 seconds, it's real good. But you couldn't talk in 60 seconds. But you could go to the fridge. So, let's get the test. It's starting. Okay, opening Chrome. This one was sped up to, I think, about 225. The SSD one was not sped up. 4 seconds flat. Without the SSD, 161 seconds to open up Chrome. That's more than like doubled starting the computer. That test is very important. Now remember, this computer is 10 years old. It's running DDR2 memory. It's running like an old AMD CPU. But still, the time difference blows you away. 4 seconds with an SSD. What more could you say? 100. Okay, restarting the PC. Very important test. With the SSD, 53 seconds. Without the SSD, 109 seconds. Still, I would like the SSD to be faster. But, in this case, it doesn't double it, because doubling it would be a little less than 110. But still, it's fast. This one was speed up too. But yeah, as you see, an SSD really impacts performance. So my recommendation is put an SSD in your system. It doesn't have to be a desktop. It can be a computer. Now, I would not do it on your laptop because you can violate the SSD made it faster. You can tell by the numbers. Do I think an SSD would fix everything? No. One thing that your computer might be slow is if you have the C drive, which I'm guessing you only have one drive in the system, is filled. If that thing's in red, you need to delete stuff. That would cause problems. We're talking basic use. If you're gaming, it's a whole different story. But for most situations, an SSD will make it faster and snappier. Another thing you do is add more RAM. Add CPU too, but then you gotta find the exact CPU and motherboard. So just put an SSD. Is an SSD hard to install? No. But you might need the bracket thing as I suggested what you would need. And then Yeah, it's pretty easy. There's tutorials on how to install it. If you want one, leave in the comments because I can make one. Well, on that note, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Tech Time with Lightning. We bring the tech. Check out the Twitter and check out the new Twitter where we talk tech-related stuff. Chris Hardware. And yes, Paul, I stole that from you.